Hello, this is another review. This is a game we've already unboxed. I've now played it a few times and I've seen some great laughs from it, to be honest. I am surprised actually how much people did like it. I thought it seems harder than it appears, and others who had a chance to sort of read the rules as we're sort of gathering people around to see who wanted to play what. I was surprised at how good sometimes people's guessing was compared to their drawing. So this is a drawing game, and people say it's a bit like Pictionary. So what you're doing is you're rolling a die, and you're trying to then define what something is. And I'm just going to leave this out of shots, but I'll bring it into shots for the dice rolling. So there's 3 sets. The reason I now know why, when I unboxed it, of course, I don't know what's inside it. It's only in English is because it's only English cards inside. So this is normally sorted. I've already put elastic bands on one stack. I'm going to get another elastic band straight after this. And these yellow cards are the most prominent because you may well end up using more of these than others. So these are the intermediate cards. You can tell it's intermediate. It's got 2 little stars next to it. So if you've ever used a sparkler, so in England we have fireworks night, you light the end of this kind of burning stick, sort of metal stick, this rod which can poke someone's eye out, catches fire, and it basically just hisses away and sparkles and sends off loads of sparks. So this is how the game starts. You sort them out into different things. This is why I think elastic band, obviously I don't really see games put them in. So you choose the first player. In this instance, again, let's keep the noise down. Let's just use this. They roll a 4. They then take a card. So I'd have to draw this thing. Now in this instance, I'm going to try and draw it, and they say you can use a timer, like up to a minute. It turned out that in the first group I played with, people were getting things within like 2 seconds. Now this one is easy, the green level, remember, but then it gets harder. So I'll try and draw it. Let's see what it is. Okay, interesting. So this is me trying to draw it. So I can't talk, but it's something rectangular. Now the trouble is, you can't see anything apart from what I just drew. Then what, you could sort of scrub it out. You could do this. Actually, nobody got my drawing before. Just to speed it up, I might just tell you what it is. This is meant to represent a rectangle or like a chocolate bar shape, and I was trying to draw apps inside it, and then I scrubbed it out to draw this with a wire, so it was a smartphone. So some words, yeah, these are meant to be the easy ones, but you'll get to see that they do increase in difficulty, and I'll explain how that happens. So yeah, junkyard. So some people do get these things. Sometimes it is pretty difficult. Even in 3 or 4 games, obviously some cards do come up twice, even if it is 6 things. And people do get these ones as well. I think tomato was one of the red ones, and they still managed to get that. So what happens is somebody starts drawing. If it gets correctly guessed, a bit like Dixit, then they get a point. So they get to keep a card. Whoever guessed correctly, they get to keep a red card, just to kind of show that they got a point for that. Player 2, they can get to go as well. It's a 3 upwards game. It is 3 to 6. I think, even though we were thinking of maybe playing with an 8 yesterday, it's you have obviously limited table space and stuff to draw and reach across and then see stuff, because people are getting blocked even as a 6 potentially. So then they draw something, and they've got to draw one of these things, such as roll a dice or a die, and it rolled a 6, so they've got to draw a carrot. So everyone tries to guess it. Whoever guesses it, they get a red card as well, and they get to keep one. So it goes around a few times, and somebody's now got 2 cards. In that case, they've now got to still draw a green. But it's quite a good catch-up mechanism, because if they've got 3 cards, they've got to draw from this deck, which is yellow. So let's just pretend the die was a 2. They've got a grass, so that you could try and draw, I don't know, a cow first and then doing it, or just do spikes. And then if you've then got 4, and then you've now got 5. If you have 5, I think it's actually 4 or 5, you have to draw red. In this instance, you've got to draw one of these things, which again is a little harder to do. The game ends as soon as somebody hits 6. Now, in the game yesterday, everyone seemed to really like it how it was. But having said that, I think they found that the group on Thursday, there was an issue with how the scoring works. But yeah, 5 cards means you draw from the red deck. So it kind of evens it out quite nicely. So yeah, 2, 3, or 4, you're drawing from one of the 120 cards. 60 cards and 30 cards each of the green and red. So that's it. We did find some people were doing really well, not only at drawing perhaps, but also at being able to get the guess the words as well. So it goes to show you don't have to be a drawer; you can be a very good guesser. In the first 2 games, it turned out that the starts player won both times. Yesterday, I thought I'd try out being a start player, but I didn't win. Someone didn't guess waffle. They kept thinking I was just trying to draw gauze or mesh and stuff like, or hash. So they're getting very close. Trying to draw dinner plates as well, and like knife and fork. But I chose not to use a timer, but saying, well, I'm assuming you can't guess it. So that's NObjects. It's a fun, quick game. Everyone seems to enjoy it, and in fact, we're up for playing it at least more than one turn in it. So yeah, this is the same size as some of the other games I'm reviewing at the minute, because with the warm weather I'm cycling, and with the hill I cycle up, I've obviously got to take that into consideration. So, not wanting to have the rules omitted, nor the die. So of course you could probably leave that in a deck box. We're off to Munich very soon, and that would be quite a good thing to carry around with us. Having said that, we are playing with Germans, but they do speak in English. So with a now talking daughter, that's another thing to get them to learn more languages, or drawing, or what things even are. So yeah, learning by seeing stuff is how you could consider it. Aside from that, yeah, it's got some replayability, plenty of words. If you've played other word games, like I said, Just One, you'll start getting to know some words, which, if you're in differing groups, that could be an issue. If you do want to see some fun pictures, I'm looking to do a video probably next month or later this month. You'll be able to see some of the fun that comes about, but I'm looking to do it not too big a group, because trying to get in there and film at the same time could be a bit tricky. So that's NObjects. Interesting name. I can kind of see why they've gone with the NObjects titling. But no, quite a fun, different one. And yeah, see if about checking it out.